morning, YouTube. Welcome to the No Budget Garage. My name's Bart, and this is my 1971 Scout 800B project that we're going to take you through the build on this. This will be the first video in the series, and it's already underway. I've been working on it for quite a while, but I decided to start documenting what I was doing, and so most of the stuff's in mock-up. What we'll probably do is we'll do specific videos as we pull those components on and off and reinstall them permanently or finish welding or doing that stuff. It's Cummins powered, Dana 44s front and rear, NV 4500, 205 transfer case. But yeah, the plan today was to push it outside and get it turned around so we could start working on the exhaust. My garage space is limited, so I kind of had to get that spun around. But it's raining outside right now, so if it lets up, we might do that. I just got too much bare steel to actually, I don't want to risk getting everything rusty right now. So yeah, well, we'll start with that. Thanks. Okay, we're going to start out here with an on-road 4BT out of a bread truck. Took me quite a while to find this. Paid more than I wanted, but that's kind of where we're at with these anymore. We have a 5.9 exhaust manifold cut down, running a whole set turbo. Charge air cooler behind the radiator. Took a while on eBay to find the right cooler and get it routed the way I want it, but overall I think it's turning out pretty good. I'm running a I Did It steering column. We'll show you that more when we get inside, and then custom plate for hydro boost out of a Mustang GT. It's got a nice angle on it, and I'm hoping that's going to work good. The inset on the panel, I got that Levi from Old Iron Off-Road does a good job. His looked really good. I like that. It gives us a little more space with the battery. So yeah, I stole that idea. Thank you. But I Did It column in there. 205 transfer case with an advanced adapters to an NV 4500. Tom Woods drive shaft. I picked up a new old stock off of eBay and cut it down myself, so we'll see how that works. Put it on some spinner bearings and checked it for run out. It seemed pretty good when I was done, so we won't know till after driving it. I did have a custom driveline built for the front of it. Can't remember the name of the company that did that, but beautiful job. Dana 44 front axle is out of a 1990 Jeep Wagoneer, running a Scout 2 box that I had. I sent it out to Blue Top in South Dakota, I think, and great customer service. Those guys did a great job. And running a shackle reversal kit that I believe I picked up from IH Parts America. I think it's for the Scout 2, but worked out pretty good running Jeep springs. So something I did do was I cut the frame off right above the front axle and extended it 6 inches just to give me a better bumper mount and room for a winch. It's been plated inside and out, and I'm really happy with how that turned out. I have a lot of cleanup, grinding and stuff to do when I get to that point. Also, when I picked this thing up, it for some reason, previous owner had started a LS swap and had removed every body mount from the frame, which I'm not sure why. The frame is in pretty good shape, but I had to start from scratch on the body mount, so you can see one of them right there in the picture. Rear axle is a what they call a metric Dana 44 out of an Isuzu Rodeo. Heavy wall tube, disc brakes, I'm running Jeep springs on the back and all custom mounts. Hard to beat them. I think I paid $160 for that thing at the junkyard. So, and it was already 410 gear ratio. So, pretty happy with that. That's a lot of bang for your buck right there. For those of you that know Scouts, there's not a lot of material on the back of that frame to hook a decent bumper to or a swing out spare tire carrier. So again, I cut off the factory ears, welded a 2x3 by 3/16 cross member in, and then side plated down the length of the frame. So I have some serious bumper mounts that I can grab to and bolt anything I want to. And then these mounts are my mounts for my fuel tank, rubber mounted, and we'll talk about that a little later. And then here is my home-built fuel tank. Going with the diesel, I didn't want to deal with two tanks and switching from side to side. So wasn't anything on the market that I really liked or felt like was going to work for me and still be affordable, which this ended up not being affordable. It's kind of the one slight regret that I have going into this is I ended up with more money into this than I planned, which always the case, but it's the bottom and sides are 3/16 plate. It's all laser cut at actually water jet. They cut it with a water jet. But my goal was not to have a skid plate and have as much fuel as I could. So this should be about 19 gallons, should fit up under the frame rails and over the top of the diff and give me what I want. And of course, like any build, you got your list that you scratch things off and add 2 more things to the list. So I have the stuff I need to do once I get the body off, and I have some stuff that I can do with the body on before and after, which that's part of the winter plan here, is to get the body off of this thing and get the frame finish welded, all the mounts. Everything's only welded underneath right now because I couldn't reach over the top. Finish weld it, get the frame painted, get the bottom coated, undercoated. I don't know what I'm doing yet, and once that's done, it'll go back on the frame and we can start finishing out some of these items that are half done. And we're going to try to shoot this real quick. It's starting to rain, but I just want to talk about my front bumper a little bit. Custom winch bumper. Planning on putting in a Harbor Freight winch. They seem to be having really good reviews. I didn't want to get too modern looking. I'll probably throw some still shots in of how I started out earlier with this bumper, but I took an aftermarket Bronco bumper and cut the wings off of it, and they're going to be removable. So even if you clip them, you should be able to buy another one and just bolt them right on. So got a fairly stout bracket to hold them, and yeah, I'm happy with how that's turning out. So this is one of those standard eBay Motors 3-inch stainless exhaust You Build It kits. I think I paid $140 for it. You get some 90 degrees, some 180s. Still not convinced I have enough pieces. I got more over in the box there. Might have to pick up a couple more pieces. I think we're going to have to end up jumping over the frame rail and arching over the axle to clear the fuel tank. So we'll be between the tire and the frame. So not sure yet. We'll see once we start playing with that. You're going to see that in probably the next video. It's not looking like we're going to get this thing. It's not going to happen today. So yeah, just playing around here and we'll get it figured out. So the rain's let up a little bit, so I think we're going to get this thing pushed out of the garage and see if I can turn it around by myself. Could be interesting. Let's see. little more uphill than I thought. I'm gonna have to go get help. So I need to cut this straight down the middle, and it's not a perfect 180. I have tools for marking pipe and around, but none of them are really gonna work for this. So it doesn't have to be that critical because it's gonna be slipped into a flange. I'm just gonna use some black electrical tape to give myself a center line, and it's gonna be good enough. There it is. Hopefully this is going to be my downpipe. Might just be scrap metal. So it won't fit in my chop saw. So we're gonna walk over here and use the little portable hacksaw and go from there. Yeah, I was a little worried about that. Stainless steel, not happy. So we're going to be using the chop saw for this. Actually, we're going to use the cutoff wheel on a grinder. So I hope I'm not yelling in this video. I'm a big fan of PPE. I wear my safety glasses and my earphones when I'm cutting. So going to cut this with the grinder and see how it works. I bet you heard that. So it's a little out of round. We'll get it tapped into shape so it fits our turbo adapter and see where it puts us. All right, got our downpipe cut off, and as you can see, it's not round. Perfectly round, not round. So my plan is we're gonna try to hammer it round so it fits in our turbo clamp. This is a clamp that I have for just joining sections together. Right now my clamp is still mocked up on the turbo, so I'm gonna use this. It's 3-inch diameter. Should work the same, just for fitment. So it's almost a perfect fit there. Way out of round there. So going to try to use this pipe as an anvil. See if we can put it back into shape. Go. A little bit of a gap to weld just because of the mandrel bend, but we can work with that, so I like it. All right, folks, I've not been recording a bunch of this. I don't want to basically bore you to death with all the fit up and over again. And I also don't want to sort through hours and hours of me wandering around the shop picking my nose. So you tell me if you're not getting enough information after you watch this video, if you want to see more, but I'm just going to kind of pick and choose through here of what we're going to see. Right now I'm going to tack my exhaust flange that goes to the turbo to my hopefully correct downpipe. So we're going to get to that. And the reason reason I take my safety glasses off when I put my welding helmet on is I have magnifying lenses in here, and I also have magnifying lenses in my safety glasses, and it's real muddy real quick when I double them up. I think that'll do it, so I can get the rest of my downpipe mocked up before I finish weld that. Okay, I think I figured out my downpipe. That 180 that I cut off fits pretty good. I'll show you that in a minute. This will be the other piece at the bottom. It'll end up with one of those flanges on it. Between the two pieces of 180 that I cut, I need a piece of pipe that's 8 inches between the flanges. So we're gonna mark that, run over and use the chop saw, and we'll dry fit it up. So, got my 8-inch piece of pipe and cleaned it up on the 12-inch disc sander. Probably one of my favorite tools in the shop. I mean, I use it on just about every bracket I cut, everything. It was like 99 bucks at Harbor Freight when I bought it, and I have used it to death. I have nothing bad to say about that thing. So, yeah. So this adapter is a 2.5 by 3-inch adapter, and I just took the sander and sanded the flange off, so it'll get welded around here and should make a very good strong downpipe. So I think we're going to wrap it up today. I haven't decided if this is going to be just an intro video and then a second video for the exhaust. We'll see once the muffler gets here and we get it complete. But yeah, thanks for joining me. And Albert Einstein once said, strive not to be a success, but to be of value. And I hope this has been of some value to you, and if not, maybe a little entertaining. So thank you for joining me. God bless and have a great week.